Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, starting now with news that US markets were up a touch on Friday night. However, they suffered their biggest weekly fall in 2012 last week. That's because the fears about growth, particularly in Europe and in China, returned. We saw very weak Chinese Purchasing Manager Index numbers from HSBC Market and also the same from Europe. In France and Germany, there were signs of a slowdown in factory output too. There are renewed worries about Spain and Portugal and whether or not they can sustain their debts. And the European Central Bank said it did not see any more need for more of this free money, which has helped keep the markets under control in the last couple of months. The recovery signs seem to get nipped in the bud whenever we see a bit of a recovery. We've seen this pattern over the last 3 to 4 years, and that's because there is such high debt holding down the global economy. That debt needs to be deleveraged, and any time there's an increase in interest rates, markets and particularly economies are sensitive to that. Also, we have high demand for oil and not much supply, and that puts up oil prices, and we've seen that in the last couple of months. So both oil and debt are acting as brakes on the global economic recovery. Later this week, we'll see more data from China, a lot of focus on that to see whether or not there's going to be a hard landing. And the US Federal Reserve will make more comments about interest rates. Remember, 2 members of the Federal Open Markets Committee came out this week and said it was time for the Federal Reserve to plan to withdraw stimulus. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9 from interest.co.nz.